Hello, this is the second part. I try to share my experience with the database upgrade from the 11G to 12.1.2.01. It's a part 2. In the first part, we already installed the 12CR2 worker home. So here is the upgrade steps. This is for professional, it's not for manager. High level the upgrade. It's step-by-step, the procedures, commands, and then I wouldn't spend a lot of your time. 10 minutes would be enough to explain all steps I have. In case you run into rush into the from 11G to 12C, you follow the command I provide, it should work. Let's start now. There's two parts. The first one, the installation already done. If you see my another videos, the second part will be release upgrade from 11G to the 12C R2. System is Linux. Before you're doing RMAN backup, I mean the RMAN upgrade, the best way is to try to keep some information about RMAN repository, because that one is probably later, in case something's wrong, you can get back to it. So this some queries in database, you can database name, DB ID, and the other informations. I already removed all database names because that is a production database of client. The details, installation, procedures, 3 parts. First, pre-upgrade. The second is upgrade. The third one is post-upgrade, including the RMAN setup. The first things you have to look into this. The setup for this parameter should be the byte, not char. This is an easy fix, and then you just set up the parameters in database. The second one you're going to running is pre-upgrade tool. This tool is give you some files, and then you're running this by this way. This is the one command from beginning to the end. The script is a JavaScript under 11G home. You're coding 12C home, jar file, and put your log file in this directory. This is one command, one line. By running this, you got 3 files. One is log file. The second file is pre-upgrade fix up. The third one is post-upgrade fix up. The things you are going to do with the 3 parts. First, check this file, log file, to see what you need to do. The second, before you upgrade, you're running this one. After you finish your upgrade, you're running this one. So the first, let's check this file. This file also gives you a lot of information to see what is suggestions, what you should do, everything, right? But some of them you need to pay attention to. Here is marked with a red one. Say the one is remove EM repository, because this will be different for your system. Your system may not have it, but my system has it. That's the reason why I have to look into this file to see what I should do in my systems. Remove this one generally because there's no program. You got copy this file. This file located in 12C home, but not in 11G home. You have to copy this from 12C home to 11G home. You generally The file is pretty good, give the information, how do you run it, these kind of things. The second is remove the OLAP. Because generally the OLAP things will be not used in, I think the D-supported with the 12C. So that's the reason, remove it. Another one is that I mentioned you need to run in this program is to, when you finish it, you need to run it. This is generally the red part I find in the file I need to deal with. Except this, I do not see anything else I have to take care of, but one thing I forgot is the setup database memory. I will tell you later what is going on, why I have to dealing with it this way. Also, this file they mentioned OLAP catalog O.B. This code component will not be upgraded in this upgrade. If you have it, you have to deal with it later. So next step, generally, is to make code backup for database. That's the best practice. Then I will change before do upgrade is change to non-archive, because archive may be using the space and then make it slow. This I always do. Following the instruction, I remove the email repository. The way is just to copy this file to 11G worker home. And then if you have it, but in case we have it, but it's already started, so it's running this file. We just run it. This is the file here, and then run it because it says the local enterprise managed database control does not exist anymore in 12C. You really don't need it. The next is to remove the OLAP. OLAP is you have 11.3 home, you already have it. It's called this program, cat program. You run it, remove it. Now is the time to running the pre-upgrade script in the 11G database, which is the 11.203. You're running this script. You log in the database and running this one. This one's supposed in your staging area, right? And then you're running the script. It will finish, give you some basic information. Here is some information, say like network ACLs. This doesn't matter. You can fix this ACL issue if you have one. Doesn't matter. Apex, if you installed it, you have to manually fix it. RMAN is the one we care about. The reason is this database is an RMAN repository database. Later we'll have to manually fix up RMAN. We'll see how we do it. Then you better check the registry to see what you have, what is valid or invalid. In this case, database, OLAP API, both are invalid, so we do not care about these two at all. Check your invalid object. In my case, there's no anything. When I finish all of them, remove everything, I start make another backup, because later if something upgrade is wrong, I have to go back. Go back will be just a restored database. Will be much easier, right? With any command you can do just to copy it for saved somewhere. Here is part of check parameter. The reason is I put in this part is I run this twice. The first time is failed. So I copy back all of the database. And the reason I know what exactly it is, hey, if you see this database setup, I didn't check it before, that's my mistake. Java pool, share pool 0, that's fine, because they're using automatic memory setting, right? But it's only 500 M. That is too small. For 12C, for this 512 MAC is not enough. The biggest SGA MAC size, 512. So I still can use the memory, the memory automatic memory management way, but when I started, it doesn't work. So instead, I just forget about it. I manually set SGA target to 2 GB, serial port to 1 GB, Java port to 200 MB. When I set that one, set up this parameter, checking database to see everything is okay. I restart this upgrade again. It succeeded. Later I will show you them. The next one is when you do this, right? Because you try to switch worker home from your 11G to 12C, you need to start your database under 12C home. So in that case, you have to copy your parameter file and also password file from 11G home to 12C home. This the worker professional, they already know those files under DBS, worker home DBS directory. Shut down database. When you shut down the database, generally everything is clean shut down. Should be. And next one, you try to change the environment. It's etc or temp file. You come out this point. This used to be 11G, by now switch it to the 12C location. And then set up environment, worker home, your database SID, and your pass. Make it easier for you to code. You're going to find where is the executable, everything. Now we can start upgrade now. The first things to do is, because used to be when you're running the upgrade from Oracle 7 to 11, right? You're running cat, cat PROC, cat log. It's 3 cat will be down your upgrade. The way they are doing now, they change. They have new program. So what you have to do is first start database in upgrade model, which is start no mount database and open with upgrade. When you're done that one, you quit from SQL Plus. On the Unix side, you're running the following program. This program is 12C, even 18C. They use similar things like this. There's 2 script, cat CTL, cat upgrade. Right? This 2 line, just 1 command. You're involved the cat CTL, and then this one is going to, here is your log file where it is, and involve this script, can upgrade. Running this whole thing in the 1 line. This will take quite a long time, and then go through different things. Usually I put in the log file. Later I was going to check the log file to see what it is. When you see some message like this, different phase, the total is 115 phase. If phase finished, you will see total times, how long it takes. When this part is finished, the log file you have, and then you can check the log file. Generally, I have the file is upgrade summary report. There's one called upgrade summary report. This file in your log, I put the log file in this directory, so I know where it is. I check this file to see what's going on. Here you can see what they did for upgrade for each different catalog. And I mean each component, right? It looks like everything is fine. Yeah. But they did mention the database time zone is 14. It should be 26. So this part we have to fix it manually later. Now we can start database. By now, database is started normal. It's not in upgrade mode. And then we're going to running the script to create from the very beginning post upgrade fix up. Running this one, go through it. And then you can see they still say old time zone exists. Need a manual fix up. This one. So let's set up a time zone. Set up a time zone, you need to download one file from otandworko.com. And then this file name is dbdst script v1.9 zip. You can unzip the file anywhere and it create one directory. Is this one directory? Directories, you go into these directories and log in as the sysdba. And then I will check it to see what it is. The version is 14, right? There's two scripts you run in this directory. One is the check script. The check script is going to check everything. When you finish the checking, and then you run the second one, which is apply. When you apply it, if it goes through, there's no any error at all. And then when you finish, you check. You're running this script against the view, the time zone underscore file. The version becomes 6. Succeeded. When this part finished, you have another two programs to run. The first one is the Util U122S. It's nothing. It's just generates this when you things 12C, you have such program to running. And then this program is under workahome. So RDBMS admin. You're running this one. It gives the information what it is. When you finish, another program, scant uppst, is another script you have to run. This one. This program is not, this both program is script is not running very long. It's to finish really quick. When finish it, and then you do the compile, the invalid if you have something. The compatible parameter, up to you. I live in the 11G. The reason is if you change it, you cannot change it back. That's the reason why I leave the 11G. They still have some 11G database using this RMAN repository. That's the reason I'm doing this. The next one is, you remember, so when we see the message said the RMAN has to be fixed, right? Following the step, we're going to fix RMAN. To fix RMAN, we need to run this script. This script is under workahome RDBMS admin. You just log in as sys to run this script. I put in the log file to see what it is. This step didn't give me any error, so it looks like it goes through very well, running a little bit longer. When that one finishes, suppose the RMAN is fixed. So we start listener. When I start listener, I test the RMAN connection, talk to this database, you put in the password. And then I can see everything's fine. So logging is okay. So when the login is okay, you need a running subscript, or not really script, it's just running command, upgrade can log. But you need to run this twice for some reason. I really don't know. I run it the first time, and the message told me to do it again, so I did it again. Until now, can log in the database will be supposed to be up to the 12.2.0.1. Then we can check the version for the registry to see for what we have, do everything is valid or not. I found everything is fine. I checked invalid, nothing. Finally, I check my RMAN version. The RMAN database schema is RMAN, the table is RC versions. It shows 12.2.0.1. I shut down database, change the database to archive log, open. Pretty much this done. It's a quick, dirty job. If your boss asks you to do such thing, you follow this whole command, should be able to done really quickly. Thanks for listening. Bye.